Mastering ChatGPT complaint letters. We've all been there, staring at a blank screen, frustrated about poor service or a faulty product, unsure how to craft a complaint that actually gets results. In the next few minutes, discover how to use AI to transform that frustration into a polished, professional complaint letter. Your guide to AI-powered communication. Hi, I'm Sarah. I use ChatGPT every day, just like you, and I'll be sharing the exact prompts that get faster, better results. Let's make AI work smarter for you. Your roadmap to results. This is your roadmap to results. First, gather the facts, things like order numbers, dates, receipts, and exactly what went wrong. Next, I'll show you a simple prompt formula, a proven four-part structure that helps ChatGPT produce clear, effective output every time. Then we'll draft your complaint letter using AI to create a strong first version based on that formula. After that, we'll improve it, refining the tone, clarity, and structure with a few targeted follow-up prompts. And finally, we'll finalize everything, formatting the letter properly, writing a compelling subject line, and sending it with confidence. The super prompt formula. Most people struggle with ChatGPT because they're too vague. Without clear direction, AI can only give you generic results. ChatGPT works best when you tell it exactly what you need. That's why this four-part structure transforms basic output into clear, professional complaint letters that actually get results. This formula works because it gives ChatGPT the right context and boundaries, helping it write like a professional, not a robot. First, role. Who is the AI writing as? Next, context. What happened and when? Then, constraints. What outcome do you want? And finally, tone. How should it sound? Example 1. Late delivery. This first example covers a late delivery using what I call the firm but fair approach. On screen, you'll see the exact prompt to copy. You're asking ChatGPT to act as a consumer rights expert, then clearly explaining what happened, including the company name, order number, and date. You also set a clear goal, either a full refund or immediate expedited shipping. Finally, you define the tone, professional, firm, but polite, not aggressive. All you need to do is replace the bracketed placeholders with your own details. This prompt works because it balances assertiveness with professionalism, helping you get results without burning bridges. So let's see this in action. I am in ChatGPT and pasting in our prompt. I already have added the information I needed, like the company name and date. I click on the up arrow and immediately ChatGPT will get to work on our letter. We now have our polished letter ready to either add more prompts or cut and paste into either an email or Word document. Example 2. Disappointment is more powerful than anger. This second example shows why disappointment is often more powerful than anger. This approach works because it highlights your loyalty while maintaining dignity, and companies tend to respond better when valued customers express concern calmly. On screen is the prompt to copy. Here, you're asking ChatGPT to write as a loyal customer of 5 years, explaining a negative experience with a staff member at a specific branch and date. You clearly state what you want, an apology and reassurance that it won't happen again, and you ask ChatGPT to reference your history with the brand. Most importantly, you set the tone, disappointment rather than anger, and you keep it concise. Just replace the bracketed details with your own, and you'll have a message that's firm, credible, and far more likely to be taken seriously. Improvement passes. Here's an important rule: never send the first draft. AI is powerful, but first drafts are often a little too wordy or slightly robotic. A quick improvement pass is what takes your letter from a solid B+ to a confident A+. The first check is conciseness. Ask ChatGPT to remove unnecessary fluff, things like, "I hope this email finds you well," so your message gets straight to the point. Next, do a tone check. You can simply say, "Make the tone more serious," or "Make the tone more friendly," depending on the situation and the outcome you want. Finally, add your personal details. Ask ChatGPT to include your name, address, phone number, and email, so everything is ready to copy, paste, and send. These small tweaks make a big difference, and they're what turn a good letter into a great one. Example 3. Defective product. This third example is for defective products, using what I call the technical detail approach. When you're dealing with technical faults, facts matter more than emotion, and precise language gets better results. On screen is the prompt to copy. You're asking ChatGPT to write as a knowledgeable tech consumer, clearly explaining what happened and when the product failed. You list the specific defect, in this case, overheating while charging, and you request a replacement under warranty. You also set the tone, neutral, factual, and objective, with space to include serial numbers or reference details. This approach works because technical issues require technical language, and clear facts are far more persuasive than frustration. Craft a compelling subject line. Before your email is even read, it has to be opened, and that's where the subject line matters. A strong subject line determines whether your complaint gets immediate attention or disappears into a queue. There are two simple approaches. Option 1 is direct and clear. For example, formal complaint, order number 12345, missing items. Option 2 is urgent, but only when it's justified. Something like, urgent, flight SH101 incident, reference PIR999. Always be specific and include reference numbers where possible. Urgency works, but only when it's genuine. Overuse it, and it loses its impact. Final pre-send checklist. Before you send your letter, run through this final checklist. First, double-check all placeholder details. Dates, order numbers, and reference codes need to be correct. Next, make sure your contact information is clear. Include your details at the top and bottom of the letter so you're easy to respond to. Attach any supporting evidence, things like photos, screenshots, or receipts, because these strengthen your case. Then remove any obvious AI-isms. Delete phrases like, "I am writing to you today," that can sound a little robotic. And finally, send a copy to yourself. That way, you keep a record for follow-ups or escalation if you need it later. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support what I'm creating here. You'll also find a link below to download the ChatGPT prompts so you can start using them straight away.